Hello, Taurus. It is time for your reading for September 2016. I am going to be reading for love, and this is Trudy of Virtual Tarot. Love reading for Taurus, and I love Taurus. Taurus is near and dear to my heart. I have Taurus in my family, and my son is a Taurus. And so let's see what's going on for Taurus. Two of Rods. Now, if you have travel plans coming up, and we are reading for love right now, you may find that you're going to have to rethink them. And that came up right away. Looking toward the future, if you are trying to choose between two possibilities, two areas that you have invested in, areas meaning possible situations which could in the end involve choices within relationship, you might have to go back to square one and rethink what it is that you're passionate about, because the two reverse would point back to the ace. And the ace is all about passion and coming in with a full tank of gas. And so we need to gas up a little bit here. We might feel a little deflated even this month when we're exploring the avenue of relationship. Or someone may not, I'm hearing someone may disappoint us because we're trying to go in one direction or decide between two directions, and they're influencing our choice. So it feels as if there's a choice that's been influenced here, and so I'm going to move forward. This is a little surprising, actually, this card to show up in the overall environment position in a love reading. It's a 2, and it's about decision. Always 2s are decision. However, it's reversed, and so it's pointing toward this initial surge, and that's what I'm hearing. There was a surge, and now we're pulling back a little bit. So let's see what's going on. Okay, we've got another reversal. It's Knight of Wands. And wands represent fire. Fire meaning Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, all of those very showy, impulsive signs. And again, we had this 2 of Wands show up reversed at the beginning of the reading. And so once again, this has to do with a delay in moving, surging ahead. And so it feels as if this month there's like just this pullback somewhat. This is a love reading, and so specific to love, this would mean that there's kind of this delay in getting it on or putting it out there or creating this wave or being seen or charming your way through, that kind of thing. There's just this, like, that's kind of like this getting noticed kind of thing, and it might feel to you as if you're not being noticed, and that the energy that you put out there is sort of for naught within relationship. So it's, if you're in the arts or you're in a situation, and a lot of Taurians are artists, but also they like to know what's happening, and that's interesting because we do have that 2 of Wands. And so if you've kind of figured out, you've got it all planned out, this is the month where you're going to have to reevaluate the plan and get some more fire behind you and a little bit of gas in the tank, because the challenge this month is going to feel, it's going to feel as if you have a sort of if you're running against the wind or you're swimming against the tide a little bit, you're going to have a little feeling of that. It's going to wear you out just a little bit, but that's okay. That's what I'm hearing. Let's get some better cards here. Oh, I love to give good readings, and so let's do that. This is a 4 of Swords, and it's reversed. And so this is not a month where you're going to have a lot of time to reevaluate. And it's interesting because we had that 2 of Rods come up in the beginning. And so there is a need for reevaluation of plan. And so this card, really, Spirit is saying, step back a little bit, and if you are in relationship right now and there's a situation going on where you're trying to decide, for instance, as a couple, if you're going to move here or here, and you can't quite get the momentum to make that decision, this card is saying you need to pull back independently of one another and reevaluate how you did it as an individual in the past, because this card is not about groupthink. This is a card that has to do with reevaluating your past decision making and how you could have made a better decision, perhaps the last time, reflecting upon this time how you can make a better decision. And so it's really the card of the individual. It points back to the 3, which has to do with like past demons, basically separation, pain, and all of that. But really, this is saying exercise yourself of all of your fear and really pull back and feel, well, this is not feeling. Think about how you can do it better this time based on what you've learned from the past. And if you've made a decision, it's okay to double back and rethink that decision, and don't just do, because really that Knight of Wands is all about let's just go. And so the fact that it's in the reverse is actually good. There's a bit of a delay in the go, giving you the opportunity to think your way out of a possible detrimental situation. And now, what does that have to do with love? Well, everything really, because when we are making decisions with our mates about possible potential future relationship, or even relationship with family and with ourselves, because the relationship that is most important is the relationship that we have with ourselves, it's always okay to double back. And if you're right now together trying to make a decision, or you're trying to choose between 2 potential partners, or if you're dating 2 people, it's okay to really double back and start from square one and ask yourself, hey, how did I get myself into this situation in the first place? And why am I even here? And what was the motivator? Because the challenge is going to be the motivator, and to get back to that. And luckily this month it's all working for you, because there's a bit of a delay in momentum anyway. It's like there's a break in the action, which really helps. It sort of works to your benefit. And so do not let fear or past issues, or even, I'm going to say, divorce, separation, breakup, or any of that, things that happened to you in the past, influence decisions that you make today. That's coming up loud and clear. You've got to exercise that. Cut that out. You know, I'm hearing that. Cut that out. Cut it out. You've heard that before. It's up here, though. All right. Last card. Great card for you. And this came up for Capricorn. I love this card. It's the 9 of Pentacles. Now, what could be better than this card? at the end, what do we have? We've got this sense of it's finality, and I want to say individual almost finality within success of our environment. So we're living in a chic, lush environment. We're living in a chic, lush, cool environment, Taurus. You may not feel as if you have a lot of time to evaluate certain decisions this month, and Spirit is really telling you to take the time out to do so. Close the door to this wonderful, serene, maybe it's not serene, maybe it's just cool place where you've landed. And, or you may have landed there quite some time ago, but close the door and take some time out to reevaluate some of the things that occurred earlier in the month. And you've got the ability to do so. You've got everything you need. You've got perhaps an estate around you that you have created for yourself. This is a card of self-sufficiency. You may have animals, pets. It's just a wonderful environment. Or you may actually find that you have landed in sort of Candyland, I want to say. Have you ever played that game? Everything is lollipops and rainbows. And you're pretty happy where you are. You love your home. You love your apartment. You love your surroundings. And so that's kind of like, in the end, you got it all on a material level. And if you are looking for love and you're in the beginning of the month sort of revisiting everything that's going on, by the end of the month, you're going to feel very stable, which is great for Taurus, and everything kind of evens out, smooths out. You're at home in your environment. Maybe you're going to have someone into your home, and that's the key to actually undoing some of these tripping up points in the relationship. And maybe it adds some fire to the flame that wasn't burning at the beginning of the month. And so there may be a need actually to step back, which I'm hearing with that Four of Swords. Step back, not so far that you fall into fear and begin to ruminate on past heartbreak. Not that far, but far enough so that you can logically assess how to create a better situation for yourself and for the person who you're interested in. Now that means at the end of the month you open up the doorway, the actual tactical doorway, not a metaphysical doorway, as this is a pentacle, Taurus, and this means opening your home. This means an open house, or a party of some type, or just being more welcoming and allowing others to join in and enjoy what you've created. It seems as if for some of you, you may find that in this new venue, some of the gas that you need to move forward into new relationships, and make different choices, to create a situation that moves you beyond past grief and divorce and that type of thing, and it helps you rethink relationship in general and gives you gas, puts gas in your tank so that you can achieve what it is that you would like to achieve, which is this ultra beautiful environment, relationship garden. So that's what I'm hearing for you, Taurus. Have a wonderful and beautiful